Forza Horizon 4 has gameplay, and I am actually super excited about this one. So I actually got to sit down and play a little bit of a demo like they normally do at E3, and I've got to say I had a lot of fun trying out the new environments, trying out the new cars. What I like about the Forza demos is they're quick and snappy. For those that aren't particularly great at racing games, all the assists are on and stuff, but usually they let us tweak them a little bit. Now, all the cars available are like the grippiest boys ever. I did attempt to pull a little bit of a skid in some of them, but I had to go for the new boy. You know, the new boy, which is the ultimate grip machine, so hardly any sliding is going to be happening here. I apologize, but this is such a debatable car that I think it's honestly not that nice looking of a car, but we're talking about Forza Horizon 4 here with the McLaren Senna, which is it's an interesting. It's a perfect idea. It's a British super sport crazy car with a British place. Now, so many cool little bits I want to pick out from this demo. So this is pretty much just going to be like the beginning of it, and obviously I wanted to change the assists and stuff, try to sneak around the menus and try and get onto the car list and that kind of thing with 450 cars, which I think is actually less than the previous game. But the assists are as normal, turning off the assists and stuff. What I do like is this kind of cool menu design they've got here, where the cars kind of phased out of the world, but it's still slowly moving. But when you go back in, you're exactly where you were left off. It looks pretty sweet, but there's a lot of things in this demo you might want to pick up on, which is including potholes, which is insane. It's like they said to me that because they're doing the UK, the first thing they do, potholes and roadworks that you can see at the side of the road there. Literally already in the UK, the road is wet, as every racing game ever does, to make the graphics look better than they probably actually are. One cool thing I got told about here is that this game actually supports 4K and also supports 60 FPS. Now, if it's gonna support 4K 60, we don't know. Probably not, but there's gonna be an option there on the Xbox One X to allow you to choose prioritize frame rate, prioritize graphics. So you get one or the other, 4K or 60 FPS, which I think is pretty sweet for those who want 60. Great. I'm probably gonna use the 60 FPS version thing. Except when I'm playing for myself, I'll probably just do the 4K 30. I don't know. We'll see as we go along. I don't really record at 4K. There's not much point for recording games if I don't have a camera that records at 4K. But anyway, rambling here. The demo. We need to talk about it. It feels super familiar, but it felt super grippy. And I'm going to say that that's probably because I was driving something that was supposed to be grippy. It's like a stock stupid car, supercar, that's just, it's designed to basically grip to the road and not move or not budge whatsoever. But now this is a cool little demo of what's happening in this game. That was one of the coolest features. You can actually have different seasons. Now, I don't know if these are dynamic. I don't think it's going to transition to them. I think it's just going to go boom, instantly in this, boom, instantly in this. There's a lot of things I need to talk about for this game. This is just the beginning. Like, there's so much stuff in here that I need to pick up on that seems like they've actually properly gone in with this game. And it's what I've been asking for the longest time. There's things like buying houses, which I'll talk about in another video after we've got out of the actual just gameplay mode. I'm going to dissect and dig, and there's so much stuff. Anywho, so this was a throwback right to the snow. Obviously, snow is in the UK. It happens sometimes. But this is Horizon, so it can happen whenever you feel like it. There's another feature that they showed at E3 where it's talking about seamless play with other people, like so many bunch of other people. All this kind of stuff, I need to dive in and properly look into it. Anyway, so it did stutter every now and again. I think that was more the capture device that was doing the stuttering. But anyway, the snow feels pretty much like it did on Blizzard Mountain. For those of you actually tried that, it feels like that. The ice feels much more icy than Blizzard Mountain. It feels much better. I doubt there's going to be much differences in the physics model from the last game to this game. They hardly ever really do much change to the actual physics model. But this demo is a cool little demo, as I said, to give you a good idea of what's everything that's going to be happening. Now, this bit was interesting because, for those that don't know, a lot of the Forza developers, a lot of the Forza Horizon developers actually came from Codemasters. So I thought this was a cool little way to be like, oh look, they're going back to a little bit of their ralliness. Now, people were speculating, are these bikes usable? No. The hovercraft usable? No. It's Forza. It's sticking with its cars. And those are just the showcase events. Some people kind of got a little bit confused about that when they were watching the conference. It's not how it works, I'm sorry. It would be super cool to see that kind of thing come to Forza eventually, but for now, they're making progress in where they need to be doing it. They've been cooking up something a little bit more special than normal, I would say. It's the first Forza game that I've gone to an E3 and been like, wow, okay, they're doing good. Because let's be honest, the last game, they were like, alright, it's set in Australia, and we have body kits on some cars. It was like, okay. But this time they have a whole bunch of features, including the seamless multiplayer. What it seems to be a multiplayer-driven kind of progression. Forzathon is the actual progression path from what it seems. The idea of buying houses and all this kind of stuff, they're definitely adding more features in this game than they have in any of the last two Horizon games or motorsport games. To be honest with you, cars don't count as features. And I swear these bikers threw me off. Okay, I think on one of the I did play this demo multiple times over. One of the demo attempts, the biker actually hit me. He's solid and like flung me off, which was really frustrating anyway. So it's a nice, interesting race. You know that this is all like scripted. This is pretty much just going to be, I think, what the introduction of the game is. If it's not the introduction, it's based on that. And now we're going into summer. And it's like the planes are like the red arrows. And you'll notice that some of the classic cars are popping up and stuff. And some of the a lot of the traffic cars are transit vans, which is perfect. I have some demands with this game. Okay. The thing with this game being set in the UK, and I was saying I don't think it would be. Turns out it is. I do feel like it's over-exaggerating how nice the UK is, and if they do not add a Horizon Edition Vauxhall Corsa, I am a be mad. They need to do that. They need a car park for us to be yobbos outside of. They need this nitty-gritty stuff that would make it so much more UK than it feels right now. It feels very much like Scotland countryside, and that's about it so far. And I was also thinking as well, surely the map has to be smaller than Australia, because otherwise it would be about a bit out of scale, right? So that's just something I thought about. It was quite funny. But let me know. Obviously, you want a bigger map, but at the same time, it should be smaller, right? A crazy amount of cars coming up here, and the red arrows flying across there. Not actually red arrows, but I'm pretty sure they would. It's the exact same idea, right? It's essentially what it is. This is not what UK car culture is like, just so you know. If you come to the UK expecting this, it's not going to happen. Also, look at that! What a finish! This was my first attempt playthrough as well. Smashed it. But the H logo, you would have noticed, is the New Horizon Festival logo. Well, it looks like the Knobheads logo, so I'm expecting royalties, please. Thank you very much. But this is the first Forza game that I've been excited for, ever. I've never really been excited about a Forza game. I've been enticed, I've been interested. Sure, I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be the best Forza ever, but in the past few years, it seems like they're trying more in this game than they have to actually add features that people have been requesting. Like drift suspension is going to be a thing. They're going in the right direction. Just wanted to show you again around some of the cars. This Viper, by the way, sounds insane. I'll probably show it in a future video if you guys want to see that. I've got some gameplay footage of absolutely all the cars and me messing about in them and not just racing and stuff. But Forza Horizon, I keep trying to say Motorsport because I'm not used to saying Forza Horizon 4. Forza Horizon 4 is coming out this year. It's coming out in October, which is, I think you get it early if you get it on Game Pass or you get the Gold Edition. And I think now the Gold Edition is supposed to have the expansions too, which is, it's great. It's going in the right direction. thank you for actually properly going for it this time. I'm excited to see more. Hopefully there is more. Thanks for watching. Be sure to smash like. Let me know your thoughts down below on the gameplay. And as I say, if you want to see more videos talking about this, you know what to do. Let me know. Until next time, guys. Peace.